This video will demonstrate how, using the Samsung TV, to access files on a USB drive or stick. To access the files on the USB drive, the USB drive must be connected to the Samsung TV. The inputs to the Samsung TV are located on the back right side of the TV. To access the inputs section of the TV, access must be gained to the back right side of the TV. One way to do this is to stand to the right side of the TV. Place left hand on the lower center of the TV, and right hand on the lower right side of the TV, about a third of the way up from the bottom. With both hands, pull the TV straight out, away from the wall, about 8 to 10 inches. Then pull out with the right hand while holding the left hand in place. This will result in the TV pivoting at the center of the TV, left side going toward the wall, and the right side being pulled farther from the wall. To insert the USB drive, approach the back of the TV from the right side. The TV's input section should be visible. There are 2 USB inputs and 4 HDMI inputs. One of the HDMI inputs is actually being used as an output to provide audio out to the Rockville 1-bar soundbar. This HDMI connection should not be removed. Insert the USB drive in either of the 2 USB connections. Navigation of the TV screen is conducted using the remote. The remote has the following controls. Number 1 is the power on/off button. Number 2 is the directional pad, which we will refer to as the D-pad. The D-pad allows movement in the following 4 directions: up, down, left, and right. Number 3 is the select button. Once the desired folder, file, or screen icon is highlighted, the select button opens that highlighted item. Number 4 is the return button. The return button returns the TV screen to the previous display. Number 5 is the home button. The home button is particularly important. If unsure of where in the displays one is, the home button takes one to the home screen, a known place. The TV volume adjust is a up and down rocker. Up on the rocker to raise the volume out of the 1-bar sound bar, and down on the rocker to lower the volume. Number 6, video controls. If during the playback of a video it is necessary to access the video controls, press this button. With the 1-bar connected to the TV via HDMI, when the TV is turned on using the power button, the display on the 1-bar should read HD, indicating that the 1-bar will be the output source for TV volume. Infrequently, the 1-bar will not go to the HD mode when the TV is turned on. Instead of seeing HD in the 1-bar display, double dashes will be shown. This indicates that the 1-bar did not turn on. If this happens, go to the 1-bar controls on top of the 1-bar and push the on/off button to turn the 1-bar on. If the 1-bar is not in the HD mode when turned on, use the mode button to select HD. Currently, when the TV is turned on, because there is no TV source, the TV screen will shortly switch to a screen asking for a source to be selected. When that screen appears, use the D-pad to go right to select source. Note the source button will be highlighted. Use the select button to select the highlighted source. The resulting screen displays all the available sources. Using the D-pad, one can highlight and select the desired source. The sources are Samsung TV Plus, external device with the soundbar, the USB drive, SanDisk 3.2 Gen 1. The remaining sources will not be discussed. These sources are PC on TV, connection guide, remote key guide, and universal remote. To access the files on the SanDisk USB drive, use the D-pad to highlight the SanDisk USB drive, then use the select button. The next screen shows the root directory of the SanDisk drive. Looking at the root directory of the USB drive reveals 2 folders. Note the folder icons: the Clubhouse Ceremony folder and the DJ Music folder, and 2 files: SC Clubhouse Final. Note the push to play icon, indicating a video file, and the Songwriters on the Storm. Note the note icon, indicating that the file is an audio file. To navigate the root directory, use the D-pad to highlight a folder or a file. As an example, the Clubhouse Ceremony folder is highlighted and selected. This opens the Clubhouse Ceremony folder and reveals an upper folder and a video file. To play the video file, use the D-pad to highlight and select the Celebration Final file. The video will play. If, during the playing of the video file, it is necessary to access the video controls, press button 6 on the remote. To exit video playback, press the return key on the remote, returning you to the previous screen. To continue to back out of the current view, to go back up 1 level, can be conducted in 2 ways. The return button can be pressed, or the upper folder icon can be highlighted and selected, returning you to the root directory of the USB drive. Now let's play the audio file Writers on the Storm. Using the D-pad, highlight Writers on the Storm and select the audio file to play it. These are the playback controls. The playback controls are standard controls seen on all audio file players. There is one new option. The TV screen can be turned off if desired. The audio portion will still be heard. To stop playing the audio file, press the return key. In this example, hitting the return key will take you back to the root directory of the USB drive. While in the root directory, hitting the return key will ask if you want to exit the USB drive. Selecting exit will take you back to the home screen. If you need to access the USB drive again, use the D-pad to move left until the source icon is highlighted. Selecting the source icon brings up the available source, and the USB drive can be selected.